I'm here today on my small meadow between, or in between even, hedgehog, badger, raccoon and maybe some bird duty, to give you some examples of poppy situations for lenses. Right now we are on the Fuji X-T3 with the 35mm f1.4R. This could be a poppy situation because you got a foreground, a background, you got grass is always good, and you got a specific camera angle. So in this angle there should be pop visible. There are other situations where even the poppiest lenses will not give you any 3D pop. But this is kind of a poppy situation, and we will change perspective now. This is another potential poppy situation, right? You've got something in the foreground, something in the background, and some lines. It would be even more visible if I would be far off the camera. We will do this now. If the autofocus of the mighty Sony X-T3 got me, then we should see something. This should be a poppy situation for the poppy lens. Poppy situations will even give you some, well, maybe the impression of 3D pop, even with flatter lenses. This could as well be another poppy situation, right? If the camera has me and not the leaves that are hanging into the frame. Here you got something in the foreground which distracts your eye and gives the impression and illusion of depth. Because, as I already mentioned, there is no such thing as three-dimensional pictures or seeing. You cannot see three-dimensional, only two-dimensional, but your brain perceives it as depth because it suggests, you know. If there is something in the foreground, then this suggests that I'm behind this leaf, for example. And I am. The only difference now is that the lens and the sensor can render tonality and dimensionality by getting the micro contrast, and this will help our eye, our brain, to interpret this as depth. This right now is not ideal. It is still the same lens, but look, when I take a few steps back. So, now it is more ideal, and now you can see the effect. If I come closer, then the effect is gone. So it has nothing to do with the bokeh. So these were some poppy situations where I think you could see the 3D pop and how your brain perceives it as some situation where you got depth, right? The lens helps, the sensor helps. But most importantly, even though you got a good poppy lens and a sensor that will not hinder the dispersion, but in the end, if you try to film a wall with 3D pop, it will not happen. So you need a good amount of structure in your shot, and then you can, well, exaggerate this effect. I hope this was the right word. See you in the next one.